Hey everybody, John from Beer Bourbon Barbecue here, and with Thanksgiving right around the corner, we're gonna smoke a turkey.
All I wanna do is drink beer for breakfast. All I wanna eat is them barbecue chips.
That's right, we're gonna smoke a turkey. Only one problem, I've never done it before. I've done a lot of things in my life. A whole bunch of things. A couple maybe not too proud of, but I've never smoked a turkey. But I mean, how hard can it be? It's just a big chicken, right? And come to think of it, I've never smoked chicken either. Anyway, we'll work it out. I mean, it's not too hard. I mean, people do it all the time, and let's face it, it'll be a fun experiment. But again, this is for Thanksgiving dinner, and there's no warm-ups. I'm just going to go with it, and we're going to try it, and bring you along on the trip. So hopefully everything will work out good. If not, then I screw up Thanksgiving dinner for the family. We'll see. So we've already established that I've not smoked a turkey before, but I have cooked a turkey before, and every time I cook a turkey, I always brine it the day ahead. Now, I like to prepare my brine the day before I start brining it. I like to put it in the fridge and make sure it gets nice and cold. That way when you put the turkey in there, you don't have to worry about any kind of bacteria growing because the liquid is hot or getting too hot and have to keep refilling it with ice. I want to be able to put it in there, cover it with ice, and let that chill for the next 24 hours. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start by making our brine. I don't have the stuff to make it though, so we got to go to the store. And now, we cook. Okay, now we got everything measured, we've got everything cut up,
It's just a matter of putting it all together in the heat and cooking it. This is such a simple brine. It starts out with just a quart of water. It's 2 cups of kosher salt, 1 cup of light brown sugar, 3 stalks of celery, 3 carrots, all chopped up, 6 cloves of garlic, just unpeel them and throw them in there. You've got 3 bunches each of sage and thyme. All that goes in the pot together. It also calls for a tablespoon of peppercorns, but I didn't have any peppercorns. I just threw regular pepper in there. And it also asks for a lemon and a orange all chopped up. I don't have any orange. I have lemon. I put that in there. The orange, I just can't buy them individually this time of year. I have to buy little bags of little small ones, and I just don't want to deal with that. So I'm just skipping that part of it right now. It'll still be croquet. So what you do is you throw that all together, get your water boiling, which I already have, throw it all in the pool, let it roll around for a while, get nice and happy, and then you take it out and let it cool. Once it cools, you add the ice or really cold water and your beer. Oh yeah, didn't I tell you it was a beer brine? Come on, guys. You should have expected that from me. Anyway, this is what we're going to be making it out of. It's Cigar City's Maduro Brown. It's one of my favorite dark brown beers around here in our local market. And I'm drinking it today out of my brand new Old Coast Ales tulip glass. So new, as a matter of fact, it's less than a week old in this house. This is going to be a great recipe. I'm happy to share it with you, and I just can't wait till it's done. Still nervous about it though. Never smoked a turkey, so I hope it comes out well. I'm pretty sure it will. So we'll see. Let's start cooking. Okay, so now that brine has stopped cooking, I went ahead and took it off, let it sit for about 30 minutes. It's a little bit cool. Then I went and added a little bit more cold water to it just to bring that temperature down. Now we're going to add the beer. I gotta say, I have mixed emotions about this because although I love cooking with alcohol, as my videos show, I have a hard time dumping 3 awesome beers into something that is just gonna be poured down the drain. But you know what? It's all for the cause, and it's going to be good. It's gonna taste good, I'm sure. I just know it, but it's just there's something just painfully wrong about dumping good beer into something that we're just going to dump out when we're done. But we'll see. That's it. Now it goes in the fridge and we wait for it to get cold. I got beer on my lens. Yay. By the way, you should never use your shirt to clean a camera lens. So don't do what I just did. Anyway, throw it in the fridge, wait till it gets cold. Tomorrow we're going to come back in here, throw the turkey in it, and let it sit for 24 hours. Okay, so it's Wednesday. Brian's been sitting for a good 24 hours. Now it's actually trying to submerge our lovely little turkey into this stuff so it can sit and get all beautiful and happy for tomorrow morning. So that's what we're going to do now. Should be pretty simple, should be pretty easy, and hopefully I have enough brine to cover it all. There. Looks beautiful to me. Okay, that's it. Now we wait. I've got the bird in there. I don't have complete coverage on it, but that's okay. I'm gonna have to add ice to this as that ice melts off, and that's gonna bring that water level up. If I fill that up too much, I'm not gonna have a lot of room. Now what that does mean is at some point, maybe 10 hours from now, I'm gonna have to try to take that turkey and flip it over in there so that that top breast meat, which is currently not in the brine, will have a chance to catch up with everybody. So it'll still be fine. I'm not that worried about it. It doesn't really need complete coverage, just need to remain cool. This is it. This is the first part of the journey. We're going to be smoking tomorrow, so this will be fun. Good morning, everybody. So it is a brisk 55 degrees here in Temple Terrace, Florida. I'm outside because my family is still sleeping. It is 6 a.m. here, and I gotta get this turkey started. It's a little cooler weather is gonna make my smoker a little bit harder to come up to temperature. At about 12 pounds, I'm adding about 30 minutes per pound for cooking, and I'm adding a little bit extra time on top of that because I'm gonna have to be basting this thing several times, so I'm gonna have to open that door and I'm gonna lose a lot of heat. Like I said, if you're looking, you're not cooking. So because of that, I'm adding a little bit extra time to it. Now, if it works out where it's done a lot faster than I thought, then I could just pull it out, cover it, and let it coast at a lower temperature just to keep it at that honey zone. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. I gotta prep the smoker. I've already got the turkey out of the brine and coming to room temperature because I want it to be a little warmer before I put it in the box. This is it. Today's the day. It's a moment of truth. So hopefully everything goes well. We'll see. Now's the time we actually get this thing ready to go in the smoker. Never done this before. I'm following the recipes, basically how I've researched. They all tell me to put it in a pan. It goes against whatever I do in smoking because I like all the smoke to go around it, but they're telling me to do it like this. Every recipe for a smoker says like this, so I'm gonna do it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna baste the turkey with some oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper on it. That's the only seasoning we're gonna put on top of this. Most of the flavor is gonna come from the smoke. So we're about to do that here in just a second. But one thing I gotta point out, this cute little dot that we have on the front of this, those built-in timers, I don't like them, I don't trust them, and that's gotta go. So we're gonna pull that out first. Fresh ground black pepper. We like a lot of pepper, so. Okay. The turkey is prepped. We are minutes away from putting it in the smoker. What I gotta do now is I'm just gonna prepare the basting liquid that I'm gonna be basting with it about every 45 minutes to an hour. And it's very simple. Some people use metric systems, some people use imperial. In my kitchen, I use the Bout-Rights system, which is when we start pouring something and you go, yeah, that's about right. So that's what we're going with today. If you really want to use that, then it's 1 cup of broth, 2 tablespoons of honey, and about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Yeah, that's about 2 tablespoons. And that's what we're going to use to baste it with. Okay, so maybe it's a little more than 2 tablespoons. But that's what we're going to baste it with anyway. I'm probably going to wind up mixing that leftover canola oil that I poured out in that glass into this as well. A little bit of oil going into the bird. We'll just help it brown up a little bit, or help the heat transition into the skin and everything. So that is it. We are now ready to put this turkey in the smoker, and hopefully everything comes out well. If not, I just ruined Thanksgiving dinner for the family. No stress. See you in a few. Okay, so the moment of the truth, it all going in now. Everything happens. One thing I didn't mention is I'm going to be using the leftover chicken broth from the marinade as my hydration liquid this time. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to put that in there, basically just get rid of it. It's going to go bad if I don't. Also, I'm cooking solely over apple. Normally I mix apple with hickory, hickory with cherry. Today it's just going to be all apple. I'm cooking for a larger part of the family. They don't really like the heavy smoke taste, so I'm going with a lighter wood, a little bit of a lighter smoke, but it should give me a good flavor throughout, and it shouldn't take away from the turkey that much. So everybody goes in. Oh, yeah, by the way, you know, if I'm cooking, I'm drinking. I'm going to drink anything fancy right now. It's like 8 in the morning. I'm drinking coffee still. So anyway, let's throw it in. There we go. That's it. Now we wait for an hour or so, and then we open it up and baste it. Because I gotta open it up and keep basting it, it's one of the reasons why I'm adding a little extra cooking time. Once it gets about 4 or 5 hours in, I'll take a reading for it. I'm not sure what my start temperature is, so I'm not sure how much cold I have to counteract inside that bird. It's been resting for about an hour and a half on the counter to try to get it to a better temperature. So I think our start temperature is going to be good. And I think everything's going to work out very well. I'm pretty confident about this. Even though I'm a little nervous, I'm confident. I think everything's going to work out really well. But we'll know more in about 6 and 7 hours, okay? So we'll keep checking on it. We'll see. Okay, everybody, good news. Turkey is done. It looks beautiful right now. It's done actually about an hour and a half earlier than I expected it to. So I'm not really sure what happened there. I guess my temperature was a little hotter than I thought, but I'm about to take it out right now, and we'll get a better look at it once I get it out. So let's do this. Okay, so this is the first look of the turkey as it has come out, and it looks really nice so far. Gotta say, I'm pretty happy with it. We gotta let it set, rest a little bit. There's a lot of liquid came out of it. I'm not really sure where all that came from. It kind of makes me a little nervous. I hope it's not dry because of that, but it feels pretty tender, so I think it's gonna be pretty good. Alright. The only thing to do now is to test it out, but that's got to wait. Not touching it right now. Okay, everybody, so Thanksgiving is over. Dinner went well. The turkey came out fantastic. I'm really happy about the way it turned out. A couple observations, though. First of all, I'm happy I put the tray in the bottom of my smoker, although it did change the way it cooked a little bit. One of the reasons why is it generated an awful lot of liquid coming out of that turkey, and I don't know if the little collection, the grease collector in there, could have absorbed all that. Now that I know if I do it directly over my grates, I can make sure I dump that frequently. Second, because of all the liquid that collected at the bottom of the plate, the turkey actually cooked differently. You smoked the top part of it, but that bottom section that was in that water almost braised. It got so tender on that bottom section that when I went to pick it up and change containers for it, the whole wings just fell right off the bottom of it. When I tried to carve it later, the legs, when I tried to cut the legs, just came off, just pulled right off, right at the thigh bone. So my thighs were a little bit disjointed because of that, but I mean, it didn't look pretty, but it carved up really nice. Everything tasted fine though, which I guess in the end point is what's important. So that's it. I know this is a long video. I appreciate it if you stuck with me this long to get to this point. If you like what I'm doing, again, subscribe to my channel, hit that like button for me, and comment. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me if there's anything
that you think I can do better, or if there's anything that you think I'm just totally tanking on and need to just stop. Okay? Appreciate it, and hope you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving.